Good evening, guys. My name is David Banks, and this is my presentation for CIT 360 HTTP URL connection. So this evening I'm just going to be going over a pretty simple example of a request from Java to pull an HTTP page. So there's various reasons for doing this. You may want to pull data off that web page. You can also pull data off the database that's connected to that web page for various reasons. In my example, I'm going to keep it pretty basic and pretty simple. I'm basically just pulling the actual backend code off of my website that I created for a different class. So we'll go through this real fast. This is my main class right here. This is just the welcome, so we haven't really gotten into anything yet. This is just very simple. What's your name? Introduction. Next we go to the menu option, and I've created a switch case statement for this menu. And the very first option is, you can see up here, the HTTP connection test, and it's connected to the URL test, which is over here. This was legacy. This was a legacy name that I had. I switched the name of it because I had a lot of my backend menu options actually loaded in there, as well as the SQL Connect, which I went over in a different video. But anyway, so we go over to the backend menu, and we see that we have our public static final void named URL test, which corresponds right here, of course. And then this is where you begin to actually query. So we use a try, or I used a try statement. So I have URL, and the new URL I want it to try and contact is marvelcomicsuniverse.com using HTTP. And so what it does is it takes that connection and it opens up a pipe to the internet using the Java program and utilizing HTTP, and it goes and it contacts it. So once it does that, it sends the message back. As you can see right here where it says current, it asks the characters, that's what that char stands for, to print the current characters that are on the web page of marvelcomicsuniverse.com, and the system output print is current. So there's a couple of exceptions. If it does not happen, then it will disconnect, or it will print a message saying that it can't connect. One or the other. Obviously, the order of this program is that it will give you a message saying it can't connect first, and then it will just disconnect. And there's no time limit on that. It's dependent on how many tries it has. So we'll go ahead and run this program. And type the name. And then we will do the first option, C, which is the connection test. It'll take a second to run because my web page is being hosted on GoDaddy. And as you can see, it pulls out the actual HTML code of my website. And just to give you an example, I will go to that website, and we can look at the source code for that website, and we can kind of, I'll try to compare them side by side as much as possible. But as you can see, it starts out with document type HTML. We got a head, some metadata, author of the page, referencing some CSS files. As you can see, that's the data that it pulls off. It just pulls the back end data off of that web page for now. So it's a pretty simple connection test, nothing too fancy. And in my program, I'm going to hit X so that I stop building my Java program. But anyway, that's all I have for this evening. So thanks for listening, and have a good night.